back with another D&D movie time. And today, we are going to be finishing our journey on the quest to destroy the One Ring with Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Which I feel like is a very big spoiler. Just in the title alone. Because we know who they're talking about. But we're going to go back through real quick. So Frodo got the ring from Bilbo, who got it from Smeagol, or Gollum, back in a cave. And now Gandalf sent him to the elves along with Sam. They ran into Merry and Pippin, who joined them. And then once they got to the elves, they were basically told that they need to go out and destroy the ring, and the only place they can destroy the ring is
where it was made.
The fires of Mount Doom, where it was made, as Cora just pointed out. An elf named Legolas, a dwarf named Gimli. Can you sit proper? 2 humans. One of the humans that brought the hobbits there. And another human named Boromir. As well as Gandalf, who got separated early on. But they all left to go on a quest with the 4 hobbits. Gandalf got separated through the mines, and they thought Gandalf was dead. Boromir got killed by orcs near the river. Then 2 of the hobbits were captured by the orcs. Frodo and Sam went off on their own down the river. And Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli chased after the 2 captured hobbits to get them back. They ran into Gandalf, who had come back as Gandalf the White. They went to the hobbits, Merry and Pippin, were saved by Gandalf earlier and given to the tree people. And then the others went to Helm's Deep. They freed the king, who was under mind control. The trees that were taking care of Merry and Pippin, they saw what Sauron was doing to the forest, and they got angry and started attacking his tower. Frodo and Sam met up with Gollum. Gollum tried to turn nice, but then decided he was going to go back to being bad because they all got captured by some humans, and the humans were treating him badly, and Gollum blamed Frodo for it. So the last thing we saw was the Battle of Helm's Deep was over, and the Merry and Pippin and the tree folk were finishing off the tower, and Frodo and Sam were heading into the mountains to being led by Gollum again, who said he's going to take him to see her, that she will deal with them. Who do you think is this her?
Lady elf?
I think it's a lady elf.
She elf.
I'll tell you this much. It is a character you have kind of seen before. But I don't know if you'll remember. But alright, that's how as far in the journey we've gone. Like I said, today will be the last one of this series. So if you have not checked out any of the previous videos in this, please go check those out. With all that said, we will see you after the movie.
Bye.
The eye of the enemy is moving. The end has come. Every day, Frodo moves closer to Mordor. How do we know Frodo is alive? What does your heart tell you? Come, Master. Come to me. This is your test. Every path you have trod through wilderness, through war, has led to this road. The enemy will never let Aragorn come to the throne of Gondor.
It is time. Give him the sword of the king.
Become who you were born to be.
The precious baby eyes.
He needs to murder us! I'm not sending him away. Come to me. Order set. The pieces are moving. He is here. You come to it at last.
I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. A day may come when the courage of men fails. When we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day.
Whatever happens, stay with me.
This day, we fight!
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
We shall see the Shire again.
You gave away your life's grace. I cannot protect you anymore. We cannot achieve victory through strength of arms. Not for ourselves. But we can give Frodo a chance.
Alright, so we just finished Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Now, I'm not going to go blow by blow here because a lot of this movie is mostly just fighting, traveling, fighting. But I'll summarize. So basically, they are traveling. Well, Frodo and them are still traveling to Mount Doom with Gollum. Gollum is wedging a wedge between Sam and Frodo. Meanwhile, Gandalf goes to Gondor, to Minas Tirith, to get the steward to get ready for war and to call on Gondor for help. But basically, he's like kind of going mad with power. Although, as I pointed out to Cora, you know, the way that throne is set up, he sits there and says, Aragorn won't be his king, but you gotta stop. Now I have to cut that out. Thank you very much. That's really rude. But the way the throne is set up, I told Cora, basically, he says that Aragorn won't be his king, that he'll never call him king, yet he's too afraid to sit in the throne of the king. Because there's like a black throne chair on the bottom, black throne chair on the bottom, and then a white throne chair on top of the stairs.
He chooses to sit in a non-king and claims that the throne is his when he doesn't even sit in the throne.
Yes, I just covered that.
I can't believe that one of the gods came in and said, if you are real king, why don't you sing? Why don't you sit in the king's throne and start acting like a good king than a bad?
Well, because he knew he wasn't king. He knew he wasn't the king. I'm just saying that because of all the events. Whatever. But anyways, moving on. So there's a lot of fighting, like I said. A lot of back and forth between the fighting and Frodo. And then ultimately in the end, they end up saving Minas Tirith. And they get to Frodo, and Frodo was knocked out by the spider from the Hobbit movie. And then Sam saves them, and they make their way to Mount Doom. And then at Mount Doom, Frodo is faced with a choice to finally destroy the ring or not. What does he choose, Cora?
Not.
What were your thoughts when that happened?
I hated him.
Frodo?
What?
You hated Frodo?
Yeah. He didn't want to go ahead, but the ring away.
Well, that's because the ring was corrupting him.
But I can also kind of understand. Until Dobby showed up.
Dobby wasn't in this. You mean Gollum?
He looks like Dobby.
It's not Dobby.
I'm just saying Dobby. When did I want Dobby?
So, who ends up destroying the ring?
Well, pretty much the Hobbit.
Frodo and Gollum, you mean?
Frodo and Gollum.
Because they're fighting over the ring, and then they end up falling over the edge.
Not them.
Yeah.
Gollum. Gollum falls over the edge.
Both of them fall over the edge.
No, Gollum falls in the lava.
Yes.
You're right. They do fall off the edge, but when they go off the edge completely, and the other one fall.
Gollum fell completely. Frodo held on, and Sam rushed over to save him.
And also, by the way, if you wonder when it happened while the fighting, Frodo got his finger bit off.
Yep. So, they did make it back, just less of him made it back. He was a lesser man when he came back. Joke. Anyways, so finally, the day is saved. Aragorn becomes king, and he gets with his elf girlfriend officially. Guess they're gonna have a kid. And then, Frodo goes off with Gandalf and Bilbo to the world beyond.
What about Sam?
Huh?
What about Sam? You can't forget about Sam.
Okay, Frodo.
Hey!
Sam marries the girl of his dreams from the bar back in the Shire, and they have 2 little kids.
Okay, now you can make it continue.
And that was Return of the King. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will give our final scores. See you in a minute.
Bye.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new Guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, we are back. So, Cora, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Lord of the Rings, Return of the King?
9 out of 10. Everything was good except for one part.
What?
During the end, there was kind of a mistake.
What?
Like, there was a slight cut, like where the fog was, or whatever that was, in the castle. We did not see no fog, and literally was split cut, no waves combination.
I think that was on purpose.
It shouldn't be on purpose. They literally, the editor literally got lazy.
I don't remember seeing that.
Probably because you're doing something else as it wasn't in the kitchen during that time.
I've seen this movie a couple times before. No, I never recalled seeing that. Anyways, did you have a favorite part in this movie?
Explosion noise!
There is no part with explosion noise.
Hey, how dare you? There was explosions though.
Not really.
Hey!
There was fire.
I like
There was
volcano.
things.
I like my volcano made explosion.
Did you have a favorite character in this one?
Photo.
Frodo.
And same with Sam. Don't you dare forget about him next time.
Do you need your Sam?
Hey!
Anything else you really liked about this?
Yeah, your turn.
We're not done with you. We have one more thing. So, Lord of the Rings as a franchise. That's all 6 movies together. What would you score the entire franchise of Lord of the Rings?
Ten out of 10.
Why 10 out of 10?
Well, basically 2 reasons. I'll start with the first one. The franchise is pretty good, and how do I explain it?
Well, let me ask you a question.
Doesn't really have any mistakes, at least from what I noticed.
Well, let me ask you a question, because a long time ago, I showed you the trailer for the first Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. And I asked if you wanted to see it. And you told me no. And I asked you why. And you said because it looks boring. So, Cora, was it boring?
No.
Okay, so next time then I show you a trailer, maybe you should think before you call something boring, because it may not be as boring as you think. Can you sit up? Alright, moving on to my score then. On a scale of 1 to 10, Return of the King, I would give it probably a 9 out of 10 also. I really enjoy it, but some of the fighting scenes can go on for a bit too long, which I'm sure that's how it is in the book. And the end, it kind of drags because there's like so much. I mean, at least in the extended edition, I don't remember this as bad in the theatrical, but at least in the extended edition, it just kind of keeps going and going and going and going. But it does really leave off. There are a few things that if I were writing it, I would have liked to seen done differently, but I didn't write it. Tolkien wrote it, and yeah, I would have liked to. I think the biggest thing I really wanted to see was, I felt there was more of a love connection between Mary and the princess from Rohan. I met Rohan earlier. I think I called it Gondor, and I met Rohan earlier. So I'm probably already going to get some comments in the comment section. It's not Gondor, it's Rohan. But let's see if they make him this far into the video, where I know I messed that up. But anyways, alright. Lord of the Rings as a franchise, all 6 movies. I would give this franchise a 10 out of 10. I do, when I'm in the mood, feel the need to go back and re-explore it. Sometimes I find things that I didn't notice before. Maybe next time I'll see the fog thing Cora was talking about. She'll probably point it out to me. But yeah, I really do enjoy this franchise, and I've enjoyed watching this with Cora. And so that is our review. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. This franchise, at least the Lord of the Rings franchise, really was the catalyst for a lot of things that have come out since then. Things that I hope to watch with Cora one day. I believe, so much fantasy was inspired by the Lord of the Rings movies. My biggest disappointment of, maybe the entire franchise, though, was, you really don't see the wizards do a lot. When you compare these wizards to the wizards of Harry Potter, it's like the wizards in Harry Potter do a whole lot more. So, but that is going to go ahead and wrap this up. I will see you all in the next review.